Have you considered moving to Colombia? It's a great country and is a rising tourist and expat destination, because of its friendly people, excellent cuisine, and incredible biodiversity. In today's video, we will share our pick of 17 things you should not do in Colombia. So let's get started. Number 1. Do not be careless. Though Colombia is relatively safe, it also has criminal elements just like any other place in the world. So you should always be mindful of your belongings and be vigilant of your surroundings. Aside from snatchers, there are muggers and pickpockets, not to mention the addicts and hustlers. You will be fine as long as you follow the rules. Being warned is being prepared. Number 2. Do not miscalculate the weather. Some people think that Colombia is all humid and hot. While it is true near the coastal areas, there are places in the country that sit thousands of meters above sea level, just like Bogotá. This means it can become very cold during the night, so packing the right outfit should be well considered. Forget about bringing just your flip-flops and shorts because you don't want to waste your trip staying indoors. Always check your weather bulletin before booking your trip. Number 3. Don't dress like bum. Wearing flip-flops and shorts to a club or a nice restaurant is frowned upon whether you are a local or a tourist. Some may even reject you, so wearing sloppy dressing is something you don't want to do. In terms of dressing up, Colombia is very formal. Therefore, you want to include some decent outfits in your luggage for clubbing or spending some time in fine dining restaurants. It does not necessarily mean wearing formal attire. Casual is fine, but be sure to be presentable. You simply want to avoid getting embarrassed. Number 4. Do not misspell Colombia. Lots of visitors and expats are probably guilty of this. Even you have probably misspelled the country's name while searching about it through Google. Just be sure to take note of this when you arrive in the country. It is spelled with 2 O's, and not with any U. Colombians think only arrogant and ignorant people will misspell their country's name. So, be sure to remember that when going there. Doing this prevents you from embarrassing situations. Number 5. Do not make comparison between Colombia and your country. One thing that Colombians dislike is those that compare their country to others with criticism. It is not good to say some things that make their country look bad. It will undoubtedly offend that local you are talking with. It is simply a matter of respect and courtesy to the country you are visiting. If you notice something that may offend them, just keep it to yourself. Be polite. Always remember that you are a visitor. Number 6. Do not turn down a dance offer. Even though not all can groove like Shakira, Colombians indeed love dancing. Wherever you go, you will see the people dancing even in the streets. However, once you are invited to dance, make sure not to turn it down because it is considered impolite and rude. Even if you are not good at dancing, you can just pretend. Just go with the flow and enjoy someone's company. No one will criticize you. Besides, you will indeed have fun, so just give it a try. Number 7. Do not refuse a shot of Aguardiente. Colombia's national spirit is not intended to be refused. Aguardiente may not be appealing to everyone because it takes some time to get used to the taste. However, if you refuse an offer of one shot, locals consider it rude and bad luck for the one who offered it to you. You can just accept it politely. Prevent offending someone. Number 8. Do not bad-mouth the arepas. Arepas are Colombia's cornbread type which is served along with your food. Mainly served in restaurants, the thick arepas are sometimes not delicious according to your taste since the inside stays doughy and uncooked. However, you do not want to say something negative about it as it may offend the locals. Simply say they were good. Locals take pride in allowing foreign people to try their delicacies. White lies are not bad after all. If you want to experience good arepas, try the ones served in stalls. They serve crispy, thin, and tasty arepas. Number 9. Do not ignore people. Colombians are genuinely friendly. It's good to be friendly to them too. Do not ignore strangers because it is considered rude. Always stay polite. especially if they greet you or smile at you when you pass by. Simply greet them whenever you meet other people, whether in restaurants, bars, elevators, etc. This should make your trip more pleasant. Number 10. Do not order anything without a price tag. Local food stalls are known for this. You will certainly be overcharged if you don't check on the prices of the products first before ordering. You can bring a trustworthy local with you to avoid being scammed. While eating out is cheap everywhere in the country, travelers and expats expect prices to below, which can be taken advantage of if there are no posted prices to confirm the cost. It's nothing personal. They simply see foreigners as people with lots of money to spend. Number 11. Don't complain about loudness. Like Mexico and Brazil, Colombia has very loud and lively people. It is extremely chaotic and also fun. If you want quiet and peace, this may disturb you. You may even think of a carnival or in progress, but simply it's the norm in the country. Only the magnificent places like 5-star hotel lobbies and cafes are more orderly and quiet. So, it would help if you got used to it. However, it does not necessarily mean that you need to be loud too. It's the locals' tradition, not yours. Number 12. Do not expect most Colombians to speak English. Even if there are lots of British, Americans and European travelers and expats, the normal locals barely speak English. Their tourism agency officials are not even acquainted in English. It is not the language used in the country, so for them, it is not important. English is not required to be learned in their schools. Better to learn some Spanish terms. It will be a great help for you. Besides, you are an expat. You adjust and not the locals. Don't expect them to do it for you. Number 13. Do not get upset for bad service. Particularly if customers are not speaking Spanish. Those serving at cafes and restaurants are unwilling to serve. You will almost need to beg to be served. Well, literally. Incompetent workers cannot be fired without verified good cause. However, be aware that there are many useless servers. A lot of them would rather not do the job, except they need to earn a living. Do not expect them to be attentive and cheerful. Knowing this should prepare you not to get upset. Number 14. Don't complain about the presence of soldiers and police. It may take some time to get used to, but soldiers and police are found everywhere in Colombia. This may seem that something is happening, but it is just common in the country. This uniformed personnel is just around the corner simply to assure the safety of the public. This makes it a blessing to see them around, particularly in tourists and expats' most frequently visited places. Now, if you don't see them around, that is the time to get worried. It is better to have them around than not. Number 15. Do not ignore road safety. You want to always be wary of your surroundings, especially on the road, whether you are driving your rented vehicle or simply getting across the street. Colombia is known for its road accidents since locals just do not take important precautions. They are all over places, mainly the motorbikes, which simply weave in and out of lanes between other vehicles. When going across the road, always be cautious by looking both ways as there are various errant drivers. It is necessary that you know the particulars and traffic flow of the place you wish to visit. Number 16. Do not ignore the significance of good grooming. Colombians are very critical in terms of good grooming and personal hygiene. You will observe most women are pedicured, manicured, and waxed with well-combed hair. This is probably why the country has a lot of beauty pageant winners. Men are equally well-groomed and neat as well. Therefore, expats who do not attend to proper grooming are usually being stared upon. Some locals may even approach you, telling you to groom yourself properly. Make sure to avoid such embarrassing moments. By respecting yourself, you appreciate the tradition as well. Number 17. Don't think your credit card work everywhere. Colombia still has a cash-based economy. Not all places will accept credit cards, particularly away from big cities and tourist areas where tourists would be more likely to use them anyway. That is, if they're daring enough. even while some establishments will gladly take your plastic. It's good for you not to carry around too much money when traveling, especially for the lack of ATM machines. Always have appropriate amounts on hand at any given time, but try not to flash what you've got because pickpockets love nothing better than easy targets like travelers, who think they can't possibly get robbed. So there you have it. 17 things you should not do in Colombia. I hope you liked the video. Please give it a like and subscribe to the channel, so you do not miss out next time we publish a value-packed video. Thanks for watching, and have a fabulous day.